going on there, YouTube? Something a little different for the channel today. It's been a while since I've messed with any of my crawlers. So I was cleaning out the shop today. I was out here trying to work and it was just a cluttered mess. And I couldn't get anything done, so I decided to clean the whole place out, vacuum, clear off, put all the tools away. And I ran across some stuff, and that's why I'm here. So I have a used, but it's off of one of my rigs, so it's in really good shape. It's a Yota 2 axle. And my Trailfinder 2 here is pretty decked out. It needs some new electronics, but it's completely decked out. 3-link front, 4-link rear. I don't like is the Yota 1 axle. It has a little bit extra slop in the steering, and the Yota 2 resolves most of that. It's a lot tighter setup. I don't know if it really has any more turning radius, but it's just not as rattly. And yeah, so I'm gonna swap that out. All right, so now with the tires off, I can show you a little bit more of what I'm talking about. All this play is just in the bolts that hold the hubs on. A lot of movement. The Yota 2 really tightens that up. It doesn't have nearly as much slop in the steering. And it looks a little bit better. You have the removable diff cover. Alright, so I can't just swap it directly over. This is the 3-link mount setup for the Trailfinder 2, and this is the 3-link mount setup for the Yota 2. One thing I want to talk about, the SCX10 shocks, they work 10 times better than the stock shocks. But you have to get the Yota 2 front hoops. And some of the new Trailfinder 2 kits, like the Marlin crawler, they come with those on it already. And it's taller, so you can get more use out of the shock. But even with the stock Trailfinder 2, if you swap those to Yota 2 hoops, your stock shocks are going to be able to move. They have more of a range, and it's a great improvement for your stock Trailfinder 2. And those can be had for 15 to 20 bucks on eBay. The axle all buttoned up. I left the steering links and stuff where they were, just for it worked. I'm going to swap out this. This is the old RC 4-wheel drive Outcry ESC with external BEC. It's a little bulky, and I've got this new AE5 axial waterproof unit sitting around. A little bit smaller, a little bit newer, and doesn't have an external BEC. So I'm going to swap that in. It's a 35 turn brushed motor. I don't know if this will bring a little more life into that or not, but I'm going to try it. And an auxiliary cable plugged in there for lights that I had on my other body. So yeah, I've made this little sheet metal mount here. I had to bend it up to get my motor wires disconnected, but I'm going to put it back there because the way the floorboard is in the body, there's not enough room to put it back here anywhere. Alright guys, so I got it all back together. Had some issues. My cheap knockoff Spectrum receiver, I didn't realize it when I pulled the pins out. It pulled pins out. It actually pulled the pins from the inside. They were stuck in the connector for the RC 4-wheel drive ESC. I have another knockoff receiver, but I'm not going to mess with swapping it right now. I just put the pin back in. My steering is super noisy. I don't understand this servo. It's a decent Savox servo. It just twitches like crazy. I even tried one of these little capacitors on here. Didn't really seem to make a difference. But yeah, everything's working. It's got a fair amount of speed. So hopefully we can get it out here in the yard tomorrow and make a little video. Alright, so I couldn't stand the servo I swapped it out. I have several of these. They're Savox SC0251 MG. And this one, I'm not sure what happened to it, but it has some tape. That looks fine. Looks like it might have been crushed in here. That may have been causing some problems. Afraid our receiver is going out. See, those pins keep coming out with the connector. May have to replace that. Alright guys, so yeah, that quietened it up a little bit. Still, occasionally, got a buzz, but ready to go outside for a drive.